morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another update video. Last time I talked to you about this project was about a month and a half ago. And, well, within the time of 1 month and a half, we got a lot done. As you can tell, we've got the start of our world sort of going and a completely different camera view. The game has evolved. It's changed so much. We've changed so many things. We've changed the entire wall movement system. We've replaced a lot of the animations, a lot of player animations with our own things. And we put in so many new features and mechanics into the game, like fleshing out the abilities and even adding in modifications. Things like being able to double jump, increase your health, increase the amount of dashes you have. There is a lot getting into the game. We've fixed up and improved probably the entire wall movement system, I think like 3 times, and we're probably going to end up improving it 3 times again within the next few months before release. Honestly, it's just a big old process. But, to be honest, I think we've gotten pretty far. We're actually to the point where I think I can safely say we're probably 15% of the way there. Now, a month ago, I'd say we were 5% of the way there, so we've increased by 10%, which is pretty solid in my opinion. There's still a lot that we want to do. And a lot of things that we do need to polish. The HUD has a lot of things that we want to improve. There's a lot of things that we need to add in, like being told when you're getting damaged and stuff. At the moment, all you're really getting is just your health bar going down, which doesn't really help the player all that much. But for the most part, there is a lot of things kind of being fleshed out, which is awesome. We actually had our first test about a week ago, and all the testers have put in feedback. And we're getting some positive feedback, which is good. A lot of positive feedback, a lot of nice constructive criticism that we actually, within this past week, we added in a lot of things that have helped players, or that will hopefully help players. Things like vaulting over tiny objects, things like climbing tiny objects, makes it a little easier and a little streamlined when you're trying to climb buildings, you know what I mean? In the last episode, the game was actually an isometric view. It was a roguelike, and we wanted to go with a random generation system. Now what we're doing is, well, it's third person, it's not isometric anymore, and it's more of like a roguelite rather than a roguelike. I don't want to get burned, because apparently there's so much shit with people calling their game a roguelike rather than a roguelite. Anyways, whatever, we don't need to talk about that. There's a lot of progress coming. And hopefully soon we'll have our social medias actually set up so you can actually follow those things if you're really interested in the project. Things like a Twitter page and a YouTube channel where we'll be posting a few things probably in 2 months or so. We should have a trailer or a teaser hopefully soon. The plan is to at least flesh out some of the world and all of the core mechanics of the game. So far I think we've basically flesh them out. Now it's just about polishing them, making sure they play well, and making sure there's no issues or bugs that's going to cause problems for players. But yeah, Ronin 2072 has progressed a lot within these last few weeks. The world system, how we're planning it out, is that there's a predefined world, but you, the player, every time you enter a new run, you basically spawn somewhere completely random in the world. And you get 3 new contracts kind of based on where you are, and all that stuff is randomized. Like, what enemies are you going to be encountering, what bosses, all that stuff is going to be randomized, including things like difficulties and that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things that we want to put in that will increase the amount of content and the amount of things that you can do, things like little random events. Shops will be like randomly placed, and some of them might be closed and some of them might be open. So if you're going through a run and you know this spot and you might have it memorized, but it's closed, you're gonna have to go to the next spot that you have memorized. And if that spot's closed, you'll have to find another one. And it kind of gives this sense of exploration, and you're kind of learning the city, which I think is gonna be really cool. But other than that, I didn't want to give away too much. If you want to tune into the development, you can find the development every weekday at my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/firstcrimson. But yeah, hopefully soon, for those wondering for YouTube videos, I should have some tutorial series probably coming out soon. I don't know. I have to find the free time to do it. And these past few weeks, I haven't really had all that much free time. Other than that, though, hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you later.